Hi guys. How's everybody doing? We're doing the stream now. Oh my gosh! Riddles! You figured it out!
Yay!
Yay! You
Can't
got
do
your
this
2
without you.
months! 2 months, that's fantastic.
Yay.
Alright. Hell yeah. Let's, did we hear this? Is there noise?
Not hearing anything.
Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, there is noise. Okay, hold on. It's just being glitchy like it always has been. All right.
Okay.
Let's bring the mic in so you can hear us both.
Woohoo. She has actual stars in her eyes.
Yeah, I have to fucking remember what her voice was. You have a first badge? Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Huh. Probably, I mean, he had gifted you a sub, but he definitely was a founder. I don't know why it says that you're a founder. Weird. Anyway, congratulations, I guess? Maybe it's just a glitch. Who knows? Anyway, okay, her voice. It was our wedding anniversary, and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor, and the other scattered something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at the nearby police box. Ooh, it was definitely that Japanese man on the dock. In the dock, Rolly and I both saw him clear as day.
Really? Did you really?
The sleeping officer made me nap yesterday, how rude. A nap? It was 4 in the morning for you, Riddles.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably very late for you right now. Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say. Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark. Oh dear. This policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsumi at the scene. If their testimony is true, which it's not, the alternative course of events that you establish in the summation examination will be quashed. Just so we're clear. It's death knell, in fact. I was listening the entire time. Mm-hmm. Because that alternative was never viable in the first place.
Because you say that he jumped over. He vaulted over.
Bullshit.
The street work, apparently. What an unfortunate be chancing. What unfortunate be chancing.
Be chancing.
On your wedding anniversary, too.
Oh, I know. But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. Thank the Lord for that.
Gosh, the life of a London Bobby sounds very hard indeed, especially being married to her.
Okay, you better be getting enough sleep, these Riddles.
Yes,
you better.
Sweep. Indeed, however, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon.
Are you offering to rest with me?
He's being very Miles right now. Be done.
What do you mean by that?
My learned friend, the witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without doubt the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. That's right, I've had about 5 bottles of wine so far.
Yeah, you have to be drunker.
And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less. So you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
Except the man's so tired, his wife has to do all the talking. Enough preamble. Counsel for the defense, commence the cross-examination, please. Yes, my lord. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Alright.
Hold it!
No time to change after work, you say?
I just love that face.
Are you also a member of the police, Miss Beat?
No, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly can't even apply.
Well, I think you can probably see why children and the elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Rolly looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you down to the ground, doesn't it, darling?
What? I just finished my beat. Pat and I were heading back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there.
Mr. Pat Roll?
Mr. Pat Roll.
It's
Mr. Pat.
I don't actually think. I don't. If it is, I
man.
would be. Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy.
Oh no, Rolly, I much prefer you in uniform.
We didn't need to know that.
Sometimes I don't recognize you when I see you in plain clothes.
Oh dear, that doesn't seem. wait. That's just like that shot just like out of context.
Yeah, that
I love
doesn't
it.
seem healthy.
Could say that about a lot of things.
Kindly adhere to the point. You were going for a meal after you finish your beat for the day, correct? How are they going to have children?
Mm-hmm.
Who is this man?
I don't even recognize you.
You just took off my clothes, darling.
Were you asleep during that entire thing?
Yeah, he's kind of just chilling on it.
That's right, sir, yes. Although I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. Oh, policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen to the end, sir.
Your passport? Is this evidence?
Is it evidence?
What's that
It
now?
looks like a thing. My warrant card, sir. Proof that I'm a London copper, sir. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it. As a reminder to all of us policemen of our sworn duties, sir, to patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. Sir, and for such a noble cause, I cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without a grumble. Because I know that the plodding of my boots is all Londoners need to hear to feel safe and secure, sir.
So, fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it, then.
Nope, too busy lighting all the gas lamps, sir. But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. Beat puts up a lot being married to a Bobby like me. Oh, I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care. Oh, God.
Oh, Pat! Pat is the girl!
Oh, yeah, that's,
Oh, Rolly.
that trolley. God.
Oh,
Oh, Lord. They're both twinkling. This is just not the PDA I want to see.
Right?
Bring back Kazuma. Or
Right.
let's have some Ben Zeke's action.
Right.
Oh, what a charming couple. Their young love is such a joy to behold.
You know
Such a
whose
joy.
young love I liked? The one that I had with Kazuma. If a little over the top, perhaps. I didn't sign up for the hets, right?
Yeah, I'm like, take your filthy heterosexuality somewhere else. Don't flaunt that around. You know, I was okay with them being straight until they put it in my face.
Right? You know? I mean, they can be straight on their own time. You know?
They don't have to show it off.
Like, if you don't want to, like, hold your hand in public. Like, why do they have to be married?
Yeah.
Like, why do they have to push for being married?
Why do
like,
they have to do that?
Anyway.
Kind of gross.
And then, kindly describe what happened next.
Well, when a man loves a woman very much.
I know, right? I have nothing against straight people when don't want to see it, damn.
Yeah.
Right!
Uh-huh.
Hold it!
Two silhouettes? That's right, they were coming toward us, walking up Briar Road in the opposite direction.
Oh my god! Didn't I call this? Didn't I say?
Yeah.
There was gonna be a round person, there was gonna be a person who couldn't be the round person.
Right.
Otherwise, why would they point it out?
There was a rather
plump figure, followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man.
That does sound exactly like the victim as pictured in this print, and like Mr. Natsume.
Yes, unfortunately it does.
And you're certain that at that time there was nobody else nearby?
Oh yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there were streetlights on Briar Road, you see. There was no one else around at all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Yes, sir, yes, ma'am. What? Yes, that's right. Of course, there was a light fog on the ground. But Briar Road is dead straight and you can see a fairly long way down the pavement, sir. And then there's the street lighting as well. I didn't see any other pedestrian... Before sleep takes a firm hold, your answer, please. Are you quite sure of what you've just said? Not that I understood it all. Yes, sir, as a copper who spends all day, every day, keeping watch on the street side, swear to it, sir. I'm a as my love for Patricia is true. Oh God.
Oh, Rolly.
Get a room!
Right? Have you looked around Briar Street for anything that might resemble a person in the fog and bad lighting?
I
mean, we've been to Briar Road.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a crime scene.
Crime.
On Briar Road. We didn't look at it.
Nope, we did not look at the crime scene.
But we did go into his. We went to his apartment.
We got to go near the crime
We
scene.
went to the accused's apartment, even though we are sure he had nothing to do with the crime. So we decided we don't need to look at the crime scene. We need to investigate the guy that's accused apartment, because that's what somebody who thinks that the person who didn't do the crime did the crime would do.
We got to meet a kitty.
We did get to meet a kitty. That was a highlight. They're still maintaining that there was no one else around other than the victim and the attacker. So here's what I think happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Mr. Jules is the one that did the stabby stab. And I think that because he's tall and thin.
He's tall and thin.
And then
He was trying to stab his wife.
right, yeah. He was trying to stab someone. And then whatever the fuck, like Mr. Natsume saw like the old dude trip and fall over.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to seem like that must be how it really happened. Wow!
Oh boy. It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere to run, as much as I'd love to run.
Well, that didn't stop Mr. Natsume, did it? He fled the scene all too convincingly. Thank you. I believe we have a reasonably clear idea of the situation before the incident now. What happened in the crucial moments that followed?
Hold it!
Can't get enough of that face.
Right?
It's just such a... My favorite sprite of him.
Yeah, it's definitely the one where you realize, like, oh, that's what Kazuma saw in him.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have that.
Yeah, I'll take 2 of those, please.
Mm-hmm.
Scattered something. What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, I couldn't quite make out what it was at the time. But then we got closer, we realized what it was. Didn't we, darling?
God. Yes, that's right. It was some old books.
I see. Old books.
Old book? Yes, sir. The culprit had dropped a number of them, all around where the victim lay on the pavement, sir.
Indeed, as clearly pictured in this photographic print.
How many times are we gonna look at this photograph?
That rotten Japanese man did it when he did that when he did the deed.
Hold it!
What? Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker.
But we saw him. It was the man in the dock without... question. The mustache, the hunchback, the cat-like eyes, the top mouth, the stub nose. Jeez, man. God, this is just Christ.
Any more insults you want to throw in?
Oh Lord.
And any more? You wanna be a little more racist, sir?
I feel like this game should have come with
Sa-
a trigger warning, you know?
Right?
That's right, he looked down at that poor defenseless woman with those terrifying, intense eyes. And suddenly threw his books onto the pavement and ran away.
I see. This is tough. They seem as though they're telling the truth here.
May I remind the court that this unambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife.
Stop trying to fucking...
Now, please, continue.
You're just trying to be like, yeah, by the way, policeman here. That makes him automatically trustworthy, and...
He knows everything.
Yeah.
Trust him. I said so. Yes, sir!
Hold it!
Was it your husband who went to fetch help?
No, I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I am the proud wife of one after all.
Police are trustworthy? Yeah, I'm confused. Exactly.
Yeah, right? Yep.
Never heard of them.
Isn't that right, my darling?
What? Yes, that's right. Whatever she said is right, always. I asked Mrs. B to go. I was off duty by that point. But Bobby's never truly off duty, of course, so I felt obliged to stay and guard the scene.
Very laudable, Mr. Beach. Preserving the scene of the crime is...
Preserving the crime of a scene.
Is a task of considerable importance.
It's certainly a crime of a scene. That's why I sent Patricia, you see. I told her where to find the right police box, sir.
Forgive my ignorance, but what exactly do you mean by the right police box?
It's the Phoenix right.
Yeah,
the right in everyone.
Yeah, the right everyone, everything, right anything.
Depends on a crime's
box.
location, you see, as to who deals with it. Where the woman was stabbed wasn't actually on my beat. So I told Patricia the way the police box will beat the incident fell under so she could go and report it.
I ran there as quickly as I could and asked for help from the Bobby on duty. There's nothing more potent than a couple in love working together, you know.
There. And thanks to your swift and heterosexual response, the case was quickly resolved. The actions of two model citizens.
Two model hits.
Model straights.
Ugh.
They're as straight as one can model.
Right.
Oh, please, you're making us blush, isn't he, darling?
Oh, yes, well, whatever she says. Yes, sir. What Patricia said, sir.
Oh boy.
Christ.
Let's move on, shall we? This is all getting too straight for me. Clear as day, you say? But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamps, would you?
We absolutely could. Us Londoners have exceptional eyesight, don't have you know?
Right.
Yikes.
The light from the street lamps was more than enough. You're gonna snap his neck.
You're gonna kill that guy.
And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
Yeah, and what of the fog? We're famous for it across the globe, I believe. But it's an absolute menace to those of us who have to live with it, of course.
Oh, it is. When it's thick, you can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
Yeah, alright, I take your point. Now, could you stop shaking your husband about? You're gonna kill the poor man.
Seriously.
The constant fogs makes our eyes very sharp, you see. That's why we can tell you for sure and certain that it was that little Japanese man we saw.
But you...
Can't we, darling?
Yes, sir. Whatever she says, sir. What? Yes. It was the accused and no mistake. Moustache, the hunchback, the...
Why are we doing this again?
Good grief.
As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question.
Really? There can't?
It was Soseki-san they saw running away from the scene of the crime.
Really?
That's it, is it? That's their entire testimony?
What do you think, Naruto-san?
I don't.
Yeah, you usually don't.
Well, I hate to admit it, but on hearing the testimony, it really does seem as though Mr. and Mrs. Beat saw what they saw. Mr. Natsume running away from the scene on Briar Road that day. Can we have the books as evidence, please? I mean, I keep fucking asking this, but I would like the books, please.
No
Hello?
evidence for you.
Like, surely somebody picked him up, right?
Yes, I feel the same.
So if that's true, where does it leave us?
Members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
Oh no, what do we do?
Kazuma-sama, we're here. Kazuma! Must you invoke his name without being able to invoke his spirit? Kazuma! Nobody looked at the crime scene!
No one looked at the crime scene to see if the books were the same books. No one submitted them as evidence.
Nope.
Reinosuke decided that it wasn't important to look at the crime scene. I've said this 100 times already, but I just want the books as evidence. Come on.
Seriously, please.
These books are obviously evidence.
Let's just
They
get
were
to it.
on the crime scene. They were scattered at the crime scene. This is why you picked this exact man to be like. This is why you picked this exact man to be the fucking the culprit, because the books were at the crime scene and nobody has submitted the fucking books as evidence. The books as evidence, please. What are you trying to say?
That someone should get the books as evidence, maybe?
What are you trying to say? Like, I'm not as good as Kazuma-sama?
I think he would try to find a contradiction somewhere else within their testimony. Because he's smart and has more than 2 brain cells.
What do you mean somewhere else?
No, anywhere else but where you've been going.
Dear Kazuma's spirit, take the sword from the waist of your boyfriend and hit him with it for not taking the book.
Yes!
Exactly.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Their statement about seeing Natsume-san as unequivocal. Calling that into question won't help, but you could totally call into question their taste in scarves.
Right?
You identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts. You might be able to discredit them, to make the jury doubt if the pair's memory of the day is accurate. Gotta be about the fucking fog, man.
Oh, right.
The fog and the gas lamps.
I
and
mean,
the light.
everyone's saying that was correct.
Man, I don't know, man. We must focus on finding a discrepancy in these statements somewhere. Just think, what would Kazuma-sama do? I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavorable conclusion if we don't.
Why do I always be so up against it?
Be up against me.
Kazuma?
I'm right here, Ryukun.
I want to be up against Mr. Van Sixo.
I'm right here crying a single tear, Ryukun.
Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I ask you something?
No.
Oh, yeah, of course. What is it?
Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so...
I want to ask a question of you.
It seems like you don't believe our testimony, is that right? Is it? Well, out with it!
What Cosmo would do is look at the books, thank you very much. This is annoying me at least as much as you. It's just so... What? No, that's really not it at all.
My husband's a policeman, remember? I know what I saw. I remember every last detail, everything. Like... Oh, I know. What about the books, Amandra?
What about the books? What about the books? Hey, how about we look at the fucking books?
Yep. What about the fucking books?
Please. I'm glad that honestly,
Yeah.
you are now my favorite person person in the
Yeah.
room because I'm gonna fucking
Yeah.
screenshot this bullshit. Yeah, what about the books?
What about the fucking books?
You were the first person in this courtroom who's called this into question. Thank you. You're now my favorite person, even though I am right now against you. Thank you.
Yeah, like it's really disturbing that she's like actually using him as a puppet.
Right.
This relationship is so messed up. It is not a model for the straights.
It really is not.
I could tell you the names of every single one I could, every single one.
Please.
Tell us all of them.
And you dare question how reliable my testimony is?
You just walked yourself right into that one because no one else is
That will
gonna
do,
it.
Mr. B.
No, that won't do at all.
Boy,
That Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of.
I can testify all day long.
Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, I don't think for a minute that Broly will.
I really didn't mean to cause offense. Please put your husband's fist down. Perhaps you would like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Miss Beat. Might that appease you?
Oh, thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely.
This is a little bit too spoon-fed.
Right.
You know, Susato's like, hey, maybe we should try to find something else in her testimony to be a contradiction.
Mhm.
And she's like, hey, would you like to hear some other stuff in my testimony that we haven't
Which is
talked
definitely
about?
going to be a contradiction?
Yeah. Ugh, God.
Wouldn't it, darling?
Yes. Whatever she says. Yep. Just
Please, tell
all
me.
of them.
Yes, we know that there were books dropped at the scene of the crime, as you say.
Fine. Those purchased by the accused at the nearby second-hand bookshop on the day in question. I'm going to need a 6th bottle soon.
After I'd been to the police box for help, I decided to have a good look over at the area for good measure. I'm a proud policeman's wife after all. I did it for Roly.
And what was your husband doing at the time?
The chicken dance, what the fuck do you think he was doing? Oh, he was laying face down in the snow, getting some well-deserved rest. He works ever so hard, you know, ever so hard. Don't you, darling?
Interesting way of guarding the scene of the crime. Well, Miss Beach, seeing that you've regaled the court with your tales of your powers of recollection, would you be so kind as to recount the titles of the books you observed at the scene?
The books.
I'd be happy to. Now, are you all listening?
Every one of us.
There was the picture of Mosville somebody or other, and what's it yearnings. There was a meal for someone. And the last one was definitely the thingamy something. You see?
Ben Zeeks is opening his new bottle.
Yeah, I see that there are 1 or 2 holes in your memory.
Oh, well, they were along those lines, I'm quite sure.
According to my OSHA regulations, that was bullshit.
Right.
But there were indeed books found at the scene with titles along those lines, as you put it.
Hey, can I have them as evidence, Van Zeeks?
No.
Well, what did I tell you? Though I think it's very mean the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted.
Although you said 4. And there is only
3.
3.
And what about... Oh, hey, those are actually things that she saw.
Yeah, she said,
But
yeah.
she said there was 4, so...
She said there were 4.
How many books in the picture? Just 3, right? What the fuck happened to the 4th book?
Yeah,
Oh,
where's the
it's-
4th book?
It's
What's
in
that
the
about?
bag or something.
Or on the other side of her body.
Yeah.
Don't you agree, darling?
Oh god. Stop yanking him around.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ! What the actual fuck? Oh my god.
Did a fucking gun in a courtroom!
You could had better have a big reaction to this. Yeah, we could just ask the person running that other bookstore to. Yep, seriously, bring in the bookstore people.
Yeah.
I work at your books. At my books?
No, I think we're talking about Bourbon Books, the other bookshop.
The other book. No, bring them both in.
Yeah.
Just like book shopper against book shopper.
Yeah, they have a cage match. Anyway.
Exactly. Oh god, there's a gun in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking run, everybody!
Mm-hmm.
Do not mess with that shit.
You did not read that line.
Oh. I was just freaking fucked out. Anyone who upsets my Patricia will me to answer to! I'm gonna blow your fucking heads off! Good night.
That man should not be trusted with a firearm.
Take it away, please. And oh my god. I love you, Van Zeeks. Ugh. Terrifying. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
She really is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Right.
I think it's about the books. Maybe you should present evidence about the books. Yep.
Yeah, the 4. Oh, she says 4 books.
Yep, she says the 4 books.
She says 4 books
And
on the
we've
thing.
got
Well, first
3
of all,
books.
all right. Actually, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
so I can see 2 things happening here. Number 1, I would present the receipt, which I don't think that's what it is. I think I have to present this because there were only 3 in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that there were 4 books.
That's right, I remember all of them. Picture of monster somebody, what's it yearnings, meal for someone, and the thingummy something.
I'm sorry, Miss Beat. But there's a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours.
Oh no, what? What flaw?
Yeah.
Simply that at the scene of the crime... Oh!
Woohoo!
There were only 3 books, not 4.
He's bringing out the big finger.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Have a good look at this photograph. Have a good look at this photograph. Print of the scene of the crime. I know that every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did her eyes get so red? And what the hell is that on her head? Anyway, as you can clearly see, there are only 3 books.
But no, that can't be. I saw them.
Oh god.
Oh, I know what it is. Yes, you can't fool me.
Sorry?
That big old lump of a dead body. Bloody so large, her corpse is blocking the view of the 4th book, that's all.
First of all, she's not dead.
Nope.
Second of all, what the fuck?
Yeah. Jeez.
Let's at least try to remember that the poor woman isn't dead, even if we're insulting her size. Like you can fucking talk, Ryanosuke. You are fat shaming the fucking maid.
That's true. Ah! Every time he does that, I like glance away and I just miss it. And I
Right.
just keep wanting to watch him actually do it.
No, I'm sorry, Miss Beat. But Mr. Natsume couldn't possibly have dropped the 4 books you described.
Because he only had 3 books.
Why not?
Fascinating. And from your assured tone, something you can readily substantiate with evidence, I presume?
Ah, evidence.
You
know.
have it. It's like,
Ah, evidence.
mhm.
Ah, the scalene triangle. like this is something that's part of your fucking job. And it's like,
Right.
oh, yeah, evidence is a thing.
Evidence, yeah.
Huh, man, evidence. Damn.
Naruhodo-san, do you remember that one thing that we had in evidence? Like we had that on a map. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, now we have 5 things in evidence.
We do have 5 things in evidence. And
I
you
see.
know,
I can count to 5.
You can count to 5. Can you count how many pieces of evidence we've already used?
Counsel, you will present your evidence to substantiate your claim or withdraw it. What proof do you have that the accused did not drop the book?
It's Cosmo's armband.
The evidence is right here in the form of this bookshop receipt. From your books?
Not mine.
No, it's a secondhand bookshop. They're not my books. They're not my books at all.
Not from your books?
Not well, okay, not my, they're not my books, but they are from the bookstore, your books. Yes, this receipt details Mr. Natsume's purchases that day. But as you can see, only 3 books are listed.
Oh, he's gotta touch his sword for that one.
Yeah. He's so confident. No.
God, I just want to see Cosmo stand next to him when he does that.
Right?
See a smile
Have
on his
him like,
face.
yeah, just have him like eyeballing it, like, Therefore, Natsume would have only dropped 3 books at the crime of the scene. The scene of the crime. Crime. Which means that your powers of observation, madam, cannot be relied upon. Oh, I need some fucking air horn, like.
I'm sorry, but I keep thinking about his armband, and I just like had this vision of Hosonaga coming to him on the ship and sadly presenting it to him. And I thought that you would want to have this. I think he would want you to carry this with you.
Though it cannot be denied that though you say it was the defendant you saw, you could very well be mistaken.
Big point. That's got big point energy.
No, oh no.
Pointing.
Objection!
It's fancy, because we know it's fancy.
Right, he had his fancy objection bubble and everything.
It's plainly evident. My sword is poking up above the bench.
Yeah.
It is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned friend.
What?
Yep, 6th bottle time.
Yeah, new bottle.
What cannot be denied is that these 2 witnesses saw the accused running from the scene, and that this wine is delicious. These are both facts that you know very well you have no hope of disproving unless you'd like to try the wine for yourself, in which
I mean,
case,
if you could pour me a glass, that would be really...
I shall pour you a glass and then crush it!
No. Ah!
So you've striven to avert attention from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies. Would that be fair?
He sees right through me.
But your plan has somewhat recoiled against you.
What are you talking about?
It's quite simple. Let me explain in simple words that your simple mind can understand. And I'll also do it with a twist. To the policeman's wife and her entirely accurate testimony in every respect.
Oh.
I feel like he's just fucking around because he can. See, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene on Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Objection!
But what about the photographic print?
It made me laugh.
It shows only 3 books.
Quite right. Only 3 can be seen. In that print,
Oh,
here
you
I
have a second print that you're gonna submit as evidence, please?
updated photographic print here. Came freshly updated. There was no reason to present it before, but now that the updated photographic print is relevant to the case.
Hey, Van Zeeks, how about you give me my fucking evidence before the trial?
That wouldn't be any
Or like
fun.
at the beginning of the trial?
It also wouldn't be any fun.
Or like
I'll give it to you at some point
at
during
any
the trial.
point, like at any point.
Or maybe not at all. No evidence for you. Only wine.
I hate you so much, Van Zeeks. That print, you mean to say that you didn't submit some evidence into the fucking court record at the beginning of the fucking trial? Ah!
Allow me to present another! One that chose the victim's hand! I've had this all along, just waiting for this exact moment to fling my wine glass into the lamps and throw this at you to see how you react.
You guys can't see my face, but I am so incredibly done. Fanzeeks, I hate you so much.
It's updated. There was no reason to present it before.
Why is it oh, it's burned!
It's burned!
Oh!
Yeah!
Oh!
We figured it out.
It's burned!
It's fucking burned.
I don't believe it. It's the fourth book.
As you will observe, this was not a trilogy, but indeed a quadrilogy. Fourth book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso and her fabulous green.
No. No! Order!
There, you see, look at that. Look.
Yes.
It's just like I said, isn't it, my darling?
Yes, whatever she said, sir. Patricia's always right, sir.
Zeke's, your hotness will not be an excuse for your withholding evidence much longer. See, you know, I think he didn't submit it because it's burned. I think that would be
That would be bad for his case.
See, the fucking thing is that what do we know is burned?
We know the floor is burned.
The carpet's burned.
By the books
In
on the
the-
bookshelf.
In the apartment. However, we don't have evidence to support that. We would have to basically go another court day.
God. Christ. Let us study the receipt for the books purchased by the accused on the day in question. Did not buy a trilogy, but a quadrilogy. Mrs. Beat, the half-remembered titles once again, if you please.
Oh yes, of course. The picture of Monsieur somebody or other.
Check. The picture of Monsieur Lecoq.
What's it, yearnings?
Check. Canterbury Yearnings.
A meal for someone.
Check. A meal for myself and my learned friend. Gaborio. He's my learned friend.
Oh.
As the court has just heard, the witness remembers the book titles flawlessly, save for a few minor details like the titles.
Like half of the titles, yes.
Mrs. Beat's powers of recollection can only be described as exceptional. I'm on my 6th bottle. What do you want from me?
The apartment of the burned, with the burned carpet is across the street. Yeah.
Do you hear that, Rolly? The gentleman paid me a compliment. You should be jealous.
You're flawless, Patricia. Don't leave me for this very handsome man.
Oh, he is very handsome.
Very intimidating.
I might just leave you for this handsome man.
What if we become swingers? Hot wifing. Cockle-ing.
Fezzik is like, no.
No, absolutely not.
You two are too heterosexual for this. But there are only 3 books on the receipt, and Mrs. Beat mentioned 4.
There's nothing surprising about that. Clearly, the 4th book is that which is shown in this photographic print. That's all that matters.
I'm sorry, Counsel, but does that not seem odd? Why should the 4th book be omitted from the receipt? Does it belong to the victim, idiot?
It's not.
Sorry, I'm being the jerk now.
It's not odd at all, my lord. As the photograph clearly shows, the 4th book was found in the victim's clutches.
Sean Riddles, it does line up. It does line up with the receipt. Yes, these are all.
It is the picture of Monsieur something, a meal for someone, and what's it, the earnings.
Yeah, these are all correct. So we can't fight that one. But you know, it did take us this long to get to the books in the first place. So there's that.
In other words, it belongs to the victim.
The victim. Was holding her own book.
Everyone was holding books. Books. left and right.
Shocking!
I wonder what became of that fourth book.
Yeah, someone would think that it would, I don't know, turn up as evidence.
Be relevant to the scene of the crime. Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigating officers at Scotland Yard.
But it was overlooked by you as possible evidence in this fucking...
Overlooked it.
You just admitted it! Never mind, Van Zeeks! God damn it! Why are you like this?
What?
Why are you like this every time? Submit your evidence!
I submitted it.
Submit your evidence more!
Here it
Submit
is.
it all at the beginning of the fucking trial! Why?
I'll submit it when I want to submit it, for I am the Reaper of the Bailey. That
hate you
made sense in
so
my
much! I hate you! You will submit that in the aforementioned photographic print to the court, please, counsel. Like you should have done at the beginning of the fucking trial, you fucking dunce.
Wasn't it more fun this way?
No!
My pleasure, my lord.
I hate you!
There you go. He's like triple Miles.
Oh God, he's worse! He's so much worse than Edgeworth! He's so much worse. Yeah, bare fucking minimum evidence. 5 pieces until just now.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! Oh, okay. God.
Let's rotate some evidence.
Time for me to rotate the
God.
evidence.
When he, like, gets up like that, and then his sword just pokes up over the bench. Oh my, Van
You're so
Zeeks.
dirty.
The prosecution rests. Just lays out on the bench. I have nothing further to add.
The prosecution rests.
Finishing this 6th bottle here.
What? You could just keep bending over like that.
Uh-huh.
All right.
That's what
That's a book.
That's a burned book right there.
Lion's Pride is fucking burned as shit. Look at that.
It's very burnt.
Her fingers are very short.
She was just like super conservative religious and decided to burn the book herself.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna add something. There we go. Let's rotate this evidence. Let me see. It's a book entitled The Lion's Pride.
I'm afraid I don't know any English literature at all. Any?
Any?
You didn't read a single piece of English literature before you came here.
Great way to study English.
Renosuke!
Oh, I don't know how much English literature would have been available.
It wouldn't be something I've heard. Wait a minute. Lion's Pride. That's strange. I think I have heard of a book by that name before. Very recently, too. It's Mr. Garrettup's favorite book, is what he said.
Oh. Uh-huh. Title, I recognize too, Naruhodo-san. I'm way ahead of you there. Yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That is one burnt book. Oh, look at this. Look at this!
Wow!
The book has been badly burnt.
And no one bothered to say anything about it until just now.
No one.
Wow. You're
Van
right.
Didn't say.
You'd never be able to read it in this state, especially not the latter pages.
What a terrible waste. Judging from the scorched edges of the paper, I think the damage must have occurred very recently. When did we recently see something burnt?
A book. Damaged by fire. Why does this seem to raise a red flag with me? Wow.
Yeah, we updated it. Updated the evidence.
Wow.
We rotated that.
So maybe she was stabbed in the apartment. And then like someone moved her body outside.
Moving
and like
the body would be total Ace Attorney bingo.
and like dropped it and then like scattered the books because they knew that.
Maybe she's the woman in the love note. That's my wackadoodle theory.
Maybe.
There was a
A
moth.
moth? Oh, like
A
on your
moth.
screen? That's cute.
There's a moth. You seem surprised, my learned friend.
Yeah, surprised you didn't submit this evidence earlier, you son of a bitch.
It was so much more fun this way. But your resistance until now has been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile.
I'm what you call a brat.
I somewhat enjoy brats. The spurious longer route to the accused's lodgings that you tried to establish in your summation examination, and the attempted discrediting of the witness's powers recollection in your cross-examination. That was a rhyme.
Futile. I walked right into this, didn't I?
You could walk right into something else.
You see, everything we've said is true.
Let's
Isn't
start
that right,
tagging
my
on in.
darling?
Yes, sir, whatever she said, sir. Marry me, sir. I mean, Pat. So perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider their positions. Should the court waste any more time on this travesty?
Why are you like this?
Or is the decision you have to make all too apparent already?
Objection! Objection! Objection, the book is burnt. The book is burnt. Objection.
It's gonna be another hour.
Nope,
to get
it's
to
gonna
that.
be another like hour, half an hour until we get to the burnt book.
There.
No, you just have to go through the dramatic flipping of the fucking bullshit.
You have heard all of the evidence and seen all of the evidence except the evidence that I haven't presented yet and the witnesses I haven't brought in.
Have we seen all of the evidence, Van Zeeks?
You have seen all of the evidence.
Someone write that down in the record. Someone put that on the record. Is the court stenographer getting this? We've seen all the evidence. 100% of the evidence so far. If you have one more piece of evidence to submit, Van Zeeks, that we haven't seen before, I'm going to fucking lose my shit. Do you understand me? All of the evidence. You say all of the evidence. If you have one more piece, I'm going to kill you. No more.
Naruhodo-san wants to cross-examine the prosecutor about
Right?
the evidence.
Do you have any more evidence?
I'm gonna press that statement.
I was gonna say this is not gonna be a cross examination. This is gonna be an interrogation.
Yes.
We're gonna put him down in a chair and be like, did you or did you not submit all of the evidence, sir?
Mm-hmm.
I am bad cop, and there is only bad cop. You listen to me, Van Zeeks. You look me in the eye. You tell me you've submitted all the evidence.
I've submitted all the evidence that I care to submit.
Slap. It's not what I asked.
Submitted all the evidence that I think would be fun to watch you check out and
Punch in
rotate.
the face.
This trial has run its course. I'm getting close to out of wine. Naruhodo-san, I'm afraid we're in a terribly precarious position because that bastard could pull out more evidence at any point.
I know! But if I fight back in the wrong way now, I could very well make matters worse.
That is orange for a reason.
Angry Inosuke, think. What do you do now? Raise an objection!
Oh boy.
Objection!
There's more evidence!
I'm not done yet.
No, my learned friend. It's over. That last cross-examination was your final chance to establish a credible defense, and you failed.
And you submitted evidence that I need to use against you now.
The die has been cast. There's no more room for debate.
So says you. Well, it might be over as far as you're concerned, but... I can't think of what to say. This is a very judgmental stare.
Yeah, I like that. She's just looking at him like,
Inosuke,
Naruhodo-san,
you really gotta...
you really gotta just take it back a notch.
Come
here.
on, you know what you gotta do.
Mhm.
You know what you gotta do? Just do the... What are you doing? What are you doing,
What are you
Naruhodo-san?
doing?
Yeah!
Yes! If I may, Lord Van Zeeks.
Yeah, she said, apparently I gotta take it from here.
Yes,
Jesus
like,
fucking
I'm gonna
Christ.
take this shit on because Naruhodo-san is helpless right now.
Right. He's too gay to function.
It seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point.
Ooh!
Damn! Susato!
I really need some fucking. I really need some the
Yeah, uh-huh.
the what are they called?
Yes.
The horn, the fucking.
Yes, the horns.
Are they
The things.
They're not foghorns. They're
No. Those guys.
Air horn.
Air horn.
I need
There
air
we
horn.
go.
I need an air horn. Like this is why I want like a stream deck so I
Yes.
can start. I can put like the air
Yes.
horns in it. She just fucking.
She's not having any of this. Your insignificant little isle must be a lawless hole.
It's not quite the same.
A lawless hole. Lawless hole.
Our island's bigger than your island.
My island is slightly bigger than yours.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Do you want to go to the 21st century and Google it?
What's a Google? I'll Google you.
For a lowly judicial assistant to have the audacity to intervene at a moment like this. Okay, I'll give it to him.
Up.
He is at least not a misogynist.
Right.
He could have been like for a lowly female, like that first
Right.
case.
He was.
Oh, there's a female in the courtroom.
I mean, at least he's insulting her position
Yes.
and her job and not her gender.
Only her position and her race and her nationality, but not her gender.
Yeah, you are fucking boorish and rude as hell. I am, to my shame, still a very inexperienced lawyer.
That's
You will have to forgive me, but I consider my assistant's advice essential and her opinions invaluable. God, they are bitch slapping him with words right now.
They're both like, oh, you brought out the evidence now, huh?
Right.
Okay, all right. Kid gloves are off.
You know what? Good for you, Ryunosuke, going to bat
Seriously.
for her. Good for you. This is a good boy.
He's a very good boy.
Good boy, Ryunosuke.
You get a cookie.
Yeah, you go to bat for Susato-san.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naruhodo-san.
One of this land's great guiding principles is tolerance.
Tolerance.
Racism, but tolerance.
Tolerant racism.
Tolerating racism.
We
So-
tolerate you from the east.
So the court will hear you, madam. We tolerate you.
We tolerate you.
We do not accept you, but we tolerate you.
Well, that's perfectly all right. I tolerate the streets.
Right.
Go
Go ahead, Susato-san. Please.
That was cute how she was like, huh, and then a little smile, and then serious business now. Very well. Pray, what insight can you give us?
That you're an asshole. That's all. The defense rests.
Tell me something I don't know. What have we all overlooked in this matter that you see fit to pursue further? And do I have to open my 7th bottle? Here we go. Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last cross-examination finished.
I see. And you believe this new evidence warrants further examination, do you?
I believe the proper response is no shit, Herlock.
Right?
Well, Naruhodo-san, what do you think, huh? What do you think? It's just possible that this new evidence might be the decisive proof we've been waiting for, huh? You think?
No shit, Herlock.
The judge is sure to ask the members of the jury to announce their leanings in a moment. And of course, he's sure to ask you to explain what the crucial piece of evidence is.
Why does it always take 15 minutes to get around to
I
being
know,
like,
my
we need to
God.
present this new evidence?
Like, no kidding, okay? So we must take this opportunity to examine the newly presented evidence as thoroughly as possible.
Yes, I understand, and thank you, Susato-san.
Do you really get it? Do you
Yeah.
understand how to be
This
a
is
lawyer?
it. Susato-san has managed to win us one last chance here.
By just saying like the
I can't let it go to waste.
Bam!
The defense wishes to present evidence, my lord.
The evidence you presented. Whoa.
Yeah.
Be mad.
Oh, yeah.
That was like...
Very well.
Has he done that look before?
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
But also, like, I distinctly remember making a joke about how it looked like he was about to... Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's mad because he knows that this is gonna Gyakten this Ibon.
Yes. It's like, oh, you have to Gyakten this.
Right, he didn't submit it because he knew about this.
It's like, you're gonna Gyakten, I know you know.
And then so he's like, okay, I have to put off, you know, submitting this evidence for as long as possible. Because if I don't, like if I submit this as evidence, he's gonna Gyakten it. And I fucking hate it when he Gyaktens it.
I hate it when he Gyaktens it, but it also makes for spring.
Right. So he knows. The defense may present one further piece of evidence. Evidence that apparently offers personified.
You're fucking kidding.
Take that!
The evidence in question is what we can see from the newly presented photographic print of the crime scene. The fourth book found in the victim's hand.
Objection!
Objection. How dare you use the evidence I just presented against me? We've already discussed this fourth book at length.
Not enough, actually.
Other than it being in the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it.
Then let me attach some significance to it. I'm gonna fucking Roblox this shit and attach some shit to it.
Pursuing the matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time. As I well know because I love being a flagrant waste of the court's time.
He just likes to lay on the pressure. Like, he's not actually saying anything. He's just trying to bully us into not doing it. And it was working.
It's working.
Ryunosuke is letting himself be bullied.
He's like, oh shit. Oh boy. Oh fuck. Ho ho.
Ben Zeeks is like, this man is a bottom. I could just bully him into not doing things.
No.
Yes, I'm afraid, counsel. I must concur with the prosecution on this matter.
Down on your knees, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, Lord Van Zeeks. And I afforded you this opportunity. You led the court to believe that the evidence in question contained a hitherto undiscovered clue. Yeah, see? This is the he knows.
Oh.
This is the he knows. He knows.
Oh, man.
He knows. He knows what he's hiding. He knows. Oh, he mad.
That furrowed brow.
So I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You will identify this clue at once. Do I make myself clear? Yes, my lord. It's,
Naruto-san, do you remember how we rotated the evidence and we...
Yeah, it really rotated my evidence.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure that the prosecution is trying to avoid rotating this evidence, so how about you rotate it?
He's bullying you into kneeling.
You can stop kneeling now. You can get up now.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. It's just an automatic reaction. I just drop to the floor whenever anyone tells me to kneel.
Oh, you may very well be on the right track. Now, down on your knees.
Yes, I think you might be right. No, you're too much of a woman for me to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sorry, it's a homosexuality thing. It's like you have to be a very commanding gay man, and you're a probably bisexual woman.
So, pretty much you have to be Van Zeeks.
Right. You're kind of wearing the bisexual colors.
I am. I'm actually pretty bi, possibly a lesbian, but you know I'm young and I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. You know what? We will let you figure it out.
I was into that Russian girl.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, until she killed Kazuma.
I mean, I was kind of into her too, but she was too young. Anyway. So, counsel. Precisely where is the vital clue to this case? Where
could it be?
Where could it be?
It's the lion's face.
It's the title of the book.
It's the side of the book.
Got it!
At least he didn't say yes.
I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question. You know, turn it around. If you, let's say, Gyakten the book.
If you Gyakten the book, if you turn the book around. Yeah.
Oh my god. A bottom lawyer on
the
top.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. The back? What do you... Good gracious!
I would never do it in the back.
Right. I've never looked at the back of anything in my life. It's been burnt to a crisp. My wife and I always do it from the front. Although I am willing to experiment. Judge, way TMI.
I'm a minor!
Right, there's a minor in the room, Judge. So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book? It is undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing.
She wanted to beat someone over the head with it.
Objection!
Objection! Unnatural, you say? The only thing unnatural in this courtroom is my
Straightness.
desire for you. Nice. And what of it, my learned friend, who's also very homesick like me?
Oh,
Were I to concede the point, if it bears no relation to the case, there's nothing to discuss. So, should you wish to assert that this fire damage is some veiled clue as to what happened that day, pray, do enlighten us all. What truth does this charred book hide?
the murder happened at a different location than the one that you're suggesting. A charred book. There's just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. An outside chance, certainly, but it's worth a
I
try.
can't wait to see what the other two options are.
Alright, I'll explain my theory. Don't keep us waiting any longer then, Counsel. Explain this theory of yours. What are you suggesting that you can ascertain from the fire damage that the sorry Thomas has suffered?
It's okay, I get
Its
it.
owner. My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth about the book's owner. I beg your pardon? But we already know who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand as she fell to the floor after all. It's obviously hers. The question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand has yet to be answered. However, as to the questions of who the book really belongs to and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers.
I'm going to take a moment to think of them.
Good
but I've got 'em.
gracious, how could you possibly?
Very well, I'll play along with this futile attempt
Here's
to
my
delay
7th bottle on the...
cracking that open. Pop! Delaying your inevitable demise with bottle number 7. But do remember, the members of the jury may well burn you if your little gamble goes awry.
Yeah, especially since one is married to the man that I'm about to accuse of stabbing someone. Counsel, the defense's response here is very likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. Tell the court, who do you claim is the owner of this burnt book?
Here we go.
Take that!
The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who owns the house where the defendant has his lodgings.
Whoa!
A certain Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb.
That was like a full 60.
Yeah, they did that last trial too. I love it when they do the full 360.
It's so dramatic. The landlords? Oh, look at this! Look at this!
He's
This is
scandalized,
like,
yeah. And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some fate at work, I don't know, but of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty on this courtroom today is none other than Mrs. Garadeb herself.
Uh-huh. Oh my goodness! Me? I think you must be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Garadeb's wife. I'm his maid, I say while shaking my wedding ring at you.
Things would be so much easier if you just dropped the pretense. Alright
I
then.
saw it this time.
How about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garadeb's house?
I would never presume to know all of the books he keeps, sir. I'm not that good of a maid, sir. I don't dust the books, sir. This is outlandish behavior. This woman is the accused's landlady, you say? You implicate this hard-working member of the public. You besmirch her without a shred of evidence.
No, it is. We have evidence. It's the evidence you submitted. Unless you have more, in which case I will stab you. I will.
I have more evidence. Your actions are unforgivable.
Objection.
You're unforgivable.
Murder cone time.
Murder cone. This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below, another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Garrett's house.
It's a little weird when you hold my spirit while you're talking about the marriage counselor.
About straights. Good lord, what sort of incident counsel? A fire, my lord.
God.
Afraid to say it was. Happened in a blink of an eye, you know. The whole place was filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. Worst of it is I lost my favorite, a book called The Lion's Bride. Oh, he pissed!
Oh, he mad!
Oh, he pissed! Oh, he
oh,
pissed!
oh. The lion's pride?
By Jove, the very same title that's the subject of this debate.
Oh, dear me!
Objection.
Objection! This is risible. All you've told the court is that a book by the same name was involved in a fire. In which case it would be reasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes.
Except for this one has burns on it.
And entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime.
Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord.
That makes less sense.
You mean they were on Discord at the time? Without going into details, it appears that Mrs. Garrett was considerably enraged. Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garrett even amid the flames. Oh, how awful! I couldn't even imagine being so horrid to the one you love. Can you, Rolly?
I guess, whatever she says, sir. My Patricia would never raise a finger against me, sir, except the 10 that she has.
Yeah, she would definitely choke me to death, sir.
Choking is her preferred method, sir. Was that TMI,
I'm a little into it, sir. Had all my favorite old novels in that case. As soon as the fire got hold of it, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. And the wife started hurling things at me. And there was I, back against the window, under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen.
You know, for all of the fire that happened, that bookshelf's got a lot of books.
Right. The man had his back up against the window, and he had burning books thrown at him. Good gracious, are you suggesting that the book was thrown through a video and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
Objection.
Objection. No. Thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted the very evening of the incident. You'll require me to sober up quite fast, little man. There's no report of the Garrett's window pane being broken.
That's quite true. We also saw no sign of broken glass when we visited the Garrett household. But is it not conceivable that the window was open at the time and...
Not even remotely. Let us not forget the season and the chilling weather that accompanies it. No Londoner would ever leave a window open in the middle of winter.
Where's your evidence, Lord Van Zeeks?
I'll present it when I feel like it.
Where's the evidence that they wouldn't have the window open, Lord Van Zeeks?
I'm a Londoner.
What about the fact that there was smoke in the house, Lord Van Zeeks?
But it was cold out.
Yeah, there was a fire and therefore smoke. And they probably opened the window to vent the smoke from the fire.
There's no evidence
that was
there
in their
a fire.
house.
All you have is a burnt book.
I hate you so much.
By the way, I've got a fire to present.
But of course this bottom is like, oh,
Yeah.
that's so
Oh.
convincing.
Oh, wow. Oh.
God, you gotta grow a spine, Ryunosuke.
Mm-hmm.
The defense postulate this scenario in any seriousness, counsel. You earnestly claim that the book found at the scene was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Garadev's wife.
I do.
I believe it's a possibility, my lord. That's probably the woman.
Yep. Well, I hope that everyone can see you for what you are now, you little trickster.
God, why the racism? Please
I'm
stop.
just gonna ignore it now. You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward. A mean coward.
Really?
Claiming that our little Tiff set the whole neighborhood alight, honestly. Implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for appearance's sake. How could you? It's nothing to do with this beastly case, not any of it. All you've done is sully our family's name.
No, I assure you that was never my intention.
Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense. Oh, smacks him, Jesus. I should box your ears, that's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable.
Too right. Here we go. How long have we sat here now, listening to this Nipponese spouting fancy forever? But think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could have possibly stopped the victim is a little hunchback with a mustache. He ran away from the scene, too.
I do declare you're right.
It's true.
Yes, what did I tell you?
Makes sense to me.
No, didn't hear any of that. What's that? I was just thinking about the cold and the fog and
I hate every single person in this courtroom.
my mug of hot tea with home.
Kazuma, I'm gonna need a back rub when we're done with this.
I'll take care of you, Dukin.
Thanks. Sholmes?
What was that?
I need a back rub.
Did you say that you needed my kitty cat?
I'm just
no,
gonna lay
but-
down and you put the kitty cat on my back.
Yeah.
And he needs his
The
little
kid is
needs
going,
little
"Need,
paw.
need,
Need. Makes little biscuits.
Oh, I think you need to.
Shut up. Please shut up. Please shut up. Please
I'm
shut up.
not even here in the courtroom.
Please shut up. Please shut up. Anyway, are you having hallucinations, counsel? Do you need?
He's under the judge's bench right now.
I said back rub.
He's like hanging from one of the flames.
You're
He's
right.
just like hanging. He's on top of Lady Justice or whatever.
Right. Well,
He's hanging like a bat.
it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement. No,
really?
come on. What's your position, Lord Van Zeeks?
Top, obviously.
We're going to make this joke every time it comes up.
In truth, my lord, I feel these have been unnecessarily protracted proceedings. They're so unnecessary.
Yeah, my feelings are as well. We know how we are about unnecessary feelings, us gays.
But then, one must always exercise patience in order to savor the best vintage. In other words, I'm playing the long game with this sub-sub.
Right. No, wait. The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been. Oh!
Oh, ho, ho. Oh, damn. He's been waiting to do that.
All right.
If books are your predilection, my learned friend, study them in my lap.
Okay. Okay. Hi.
That was almost too easy. That is great. That is the best reaction. He's just like, I'm not betraying you, Kazuma. I mean it. Oh my god.
Extended gay silence.
Wow.
No, forgive the discourtesy this time.
No need. I'll be discourteous anytime I please now.
Ahem. In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Get a room.
you will now state your individual decisions regarding the defendant's culpability and for the court to hear.
Guilty.
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 Oh my god.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
I hate this jury.
I hate everyone.
Yeah, see, that's where Herlock is up there. He's hanging.
Mm-hmm.
He's hanging up there.
Thank you for that unambiguous response. It's twice now. It's over.
Naruto-san, don't give up.
Kusato-san.
Have you forgotten? Battle isn't over yet.
You're not suggesting.
Of course, we gotta gyakten this. The defense has the right to another summation examination at this point. We're just gonna keep doing this every time the jury decides against us. You can still convince the jurors to change their minds. Why not? We don't have anything else we can fucking do here. He's just gonna pull out some other evidence, so what are you gonna do?
My lord, I'd like to unnecessarily extend this trial. The defense asked to exercise its right to summation examination, even though I really don't want to.
You believe you still have tricks up your sleeve?
I think that we need to at least investigate the other fucking crime scene. You know, imagine investigating a crime scene.
Imagine that.
I don't intend to trick anybody. And I don't intend to investigate any crime scenes in this case. I don't want to investigate a single one. If I end up having to investigate a crime scene, I'm going to be very cross.
Last time I had to investigate a crime scene, it was in the courtroom. It was delivered right here to me.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go to it to investigate
Yeah,
it.
fucking somebody bring the crime scene in here.
Somebody Grubhub me a crime scene.
Yeah. Do you have DoorDash for crime scenes, Ben Zeeks? You did it last time. Anyway.
That's just my side hustle.
I intend to uncover the truth. This is no time to be downcast. As long as there's a chance, I have to stay strong and determined.
That's
I
right.
have to channel my top energy.
Mm-hmm.
I am a switch. God damn it.
Go get him, my little bottom.
To be continued! I know it's a
Yay!
short stream, but it's 9:12, and we had to start late anyway, so. You said so, oh, are you? But I read that as I read the R as Ada. Like Ada.
Oh my.
Ada. God, I have to stop. All right.
We did it.
So
We gacked a 10.
we gacked a 10. So we're gonna find somebody to raid. But oh god. We're getting to the good part. And we're still in court.
Still in fucking court.
What's with that? Absolutely bizarre. Are we? I wonder if we're like actually gonna be able to get back to the crime scene. Very strange. Let's see. It's been a while since I've read. Oh, thank you for the drink. Alright, so we're just going to /raid. Go say hi to Apothic Decay. And yeah, we'll see you again, Sunday for our multiplayer. Hopefully I won't forget this time. And then, Thursday, next week, more, Ace of the Attorneys.
More Van Zeeks and Ryukun.
We didn't hydrate this single time. I mean, I've been drinking a lot of water, but
I forgot my water.
would you like some of my water?
That's okay. I'll go get plenty of water.
Okay.
I promise.
I'll see you
Wink.
soon.
Yay.
So yeah, go say hi to Apothecary Decay.
And we'll see you, oh, the two of us will see you on next Thursday.
Meow. Bye.
Thank you.